I'm going to show you exactly how to get pro-looking video using nothing but your iPhone. No camera crew, no crazy gear, just your phone with a few tricks that you probably didn't know it could do. I'm going to give you 8 steps to making your iPhone videos look and sound professional. I've used this exact setup to shoot YouTube videos in the mountains, in my office, and sometimes even in the middle of a storm, and it still comes out looking polished. I'm going to walk you through every step, from how to frame your shot to the exact settings I use, and how I film myself by myself and still make it look like someone else was behind the camera. First things first, clean your lens. No, I'm serious. Most people skip this step and wonder why their footage looks soft or there is a weird dark bird in the sky for the whole video. All right, so let's get started. Step 1, let's start with the thing that separates an amateur looking video from one that feels intentional, framing. Now, I'm not just talking about where your face sits in the shot. I'm talking about the balance. The human eye loves straight lines. So when your horizon is tilted or the verticals in your home look like they're about to fall over, it can be distracting. Use your phone's grid feature and line up the frame with other objects in the room. Door frames, countertops, window edges, or even bookshelves. It helps ground your image. Now, when you place yourself in the shot, don't just slap your face in the center unless you're doing a bold close-up. Use the rule of thirds. Line your eyes with that top third line and offset your body just slightly to one side or kind of in the center. You can still put your center if you're doing a talking head kind of in the middle, or you can offset just a little bit. It adds balance and gives the viewer's eye somewhere to go. And think about your headroom. You want just a little bit of space above your head, not a full sky. Too much headroom makes it look like you shrank. Too little and it feels cramped. Step 2, lighting and locking in exposure. If framing makes your video look intentional, lighting makes it look professional. Bad lighting will kill a video in a heartbeat. And here's the thing, great lighting doesn't mean it has to be expensive. In fact, 80% of my videos are lit with just the natural light of the outdoors. If you're inside, face a window. Indirect daylight is soft, flattering, and totally free. Avoid having the window behind you unless you're going for that mystery silhouette vibe. If you're shooting outdoors, aim for early morning or the golden hour. The light is warmer, it's softer, and way less harsh. If you have to shoot during the day, hope for some overcast weather, kind of like I'm having today. It softens the light a little. And once you find your light, lock it in. Phones want to auto expose and autofocus, which sounds nice until your brightness jumps around mid-sentence. On iPhones, tap and hold the lock focus and exposure. You'll see AEAF lock pop up. On Android, look for a little lock icon after you tap the focus. Or take it up a notch with manual camera apps like Blackmagic or Filmmaking Pro. They give you full control over your shutter speed, white balance, and more. I actually use Blackmagic myself. So now, if you get your lighting and exposure right, editing becomes 10 times easier. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Step 3. This next part is where a lot of creators settle good enough. But it's also where a few small changes can make your footage look like it came off of a high-end camera. So let's talk about camera settings. Your phone might default to 1080p, which is decent, but if you want crisp footage and the ability to crop or punch in during editing, you want to shoot in 4K. It gives you 4 times the resolution of 1080. And even if you don't upload in 4K, YouTube compresses higher quality videos less. So 4K still ends up looking better. Next, set your frame rate to 24 frames per second is the standard for film. It's what gives you that smooth, natural motion blur that we're all used to seeing in movies. If your video feels too real or a little crispy, you might be shooting at 30 or 60 frames per second. That's great for slow motion or sports, but for sit-down content or cinematic B-roll, 24 frames per second just feels right. Now here's where I get a little bit deeper. Your shutter speed should be 148. If you can't hit 148 exactly, use 150. It's close enough. Now why does this matter? Because it controls how motion looks. If it's too slow, it'll feel like your video's melting. If you're on a newer iPhone, turn on Apple ProRes or H.265 if you're using one of the apps. This gives you higher color depth and less compression. It's especially useful if you plan to color grade or do any real editing later. But don't be afraid. We'll get to that in a bit. Now, shooting at the higher res, the files can get a little big. The image quality, it's perfect. Here's the bottom line. Shoot in 4K, use 24 frames per second, follow the 180-degree rule, and turn on ProRes or H.265 if your phone allows it. Do that, and your video instantly goes from phone footage to how did they shoot that? All right, step 4. If there's one thing that instantly makes a video feel amateur, it's shaky footage. You can have great lighting, great framing, but if the camera's bouncing around like a toddler on a trampoline, you're gonna lose people. So let's talk about a tripod. You don't need a fancy one, just something stable. A basic phone tripod, a GorillaPod, even a rock, and some duct tape if you're in the backcountry. And trust me, I've done it. The goal is simple. Keep your shot steady. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you're filming alone, you can still get dynamic shots without another person behind the camera. Set up your tripod, frame your shot, hit record, then walk into the frame, or walk past the camera, or just sit down naturally like the video just caught you. These are called walk-ins and walk-bys. They're simple. They add some movement and they make your video feel alive. If you really want to get creative, shoot a few clips from different angles. Change your position. Get wide shots and close-ups, just like I'm doing here. Then cut between them in editing. And what about talking head videos? Some of you may want to see yourself to check framing, but here are some options. You can use the selfie cam. I really don't recommend it because you're not going to get the high quality video, but worst case scenario, if you need that, there you go. They also have mirrors that you can use to go behind your phone that'll show you the screen behind you so that you can see yourself. Or you can, if you have other Apple devices, use your phone's screen sharing app and monitor yourself from a tablet or a computer. Whatever helps you get the shot without guessing. But once you hit record, look straight into the lens, not at the screen. That's how you create connections with people. Pro tip, even when I film alone, I imagine someone on the other side of the lens. Not a crowd, just one person who needs what I'm saying. Yeah, I may be talking to you. All right, step 5. This next one, it's make or break, because people will forgive a little grainy video, but if they can't hear you clearly, they're gone in 5 seconds. Let's talk about audio. Your phone has a built-in mic, and it's fine, but only if you're in a small room, it's quiet, and you're holding it like right here. Anything other than that, the moment you're outside, like I am now, or your dog barks, or the fridge hums, Mike struggles. Even today, I've been sitting out here and it's pretty windy, but you can't tell because how amazing this mic is. So the fix is use an external mic. I use the DJI Mic Mini. It's tiny, wireless, the sound is clean, and it connects right to the phone. If you're on a budget and that's too much for you, a $20 lavalier mic plugged into your phone will sound way better than the built-in one. Even wired earbuds can work in a pinch. And please, test your audio before you film the whole thing. Do a short clip, play it back. Make sure it's not full of wind noise, shirt rustle, echo, or you forgot to plug it in properly. It takes 30 seconds, saves you hours of heartbreak later. I promise. Because here's the thing, you can fake cinematic shots. You can fake lighting, but you can't fake good audio. They'll hear it right away. Step 6. Okay, so we've got a great shot. You're lit well, the sound is clean, but now let's talk about what's behind you, because your background matters more than you think. A bad background can be distracting. It can be flat, sometimes just straight up messy. But a good background, it adds depth, it adds texture, and it actually tells your viewers, I cared enough to make this look good. It took me a while to learn this one, and I'm still getting it wrong sometimes when I'm short on time. Here's the trick. Don't sit right up against the wall. That's the fastest way to make your video look like a hostage tape. Step a few feet back. Let the background blur slightly. It creates depth, and it instantly feels more professional. Add a few elements to the shot. A plant, a lamp, even a backpack, a cozy light in the corner, but not clutter, just a little life. And make sure nothing weird is sticking out behind your head. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a lamp growing out of someone's ear. Simple rule. If it's in the frame, it's part of the story. So make it count. Your space doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to feel intentional. Step 7. Now let's be honest. Talking to a camera is weird at first. It's just a black circle staring back at you. But here's the trick. Stop thinking about performing. Start thinking about connecting. You're not on stage. You're in a conversation with someone. Talk like you're helping that one person, not your whole subscriber list, not a room full of strangers, just one friend who needs advice. Look into the lens. That's your connection point, not the screen, not the room around you. And it's okay to mess up. Happens to me all the time. Just take a pause, breathe for a second, and restart the sentence. Just keep going. You'll fix it and edit, which is what we're getting to next. But remember, people don't want perfection. They want authenticity. So let your personality show. Let your dog walk into the frame. Laugh at yourself if you trip up. That's what makes people stay. That's what makes people connect to us. All right, step 8. Let's wrap this all up with a part that I know scares a lot of people: editing. Here's the truth. If you followed all the steps up to this point, editing gets way easier. If you have clean framing, good lighting, clear audio, minimal background noises, that means less fixing and just more polishing. So start by cutting out what you don't need. Trim the long pauses. Cut your filler words. Keep your pacing tight with a rhythm. If something doesn't serve the story, cut it and pay attention to the white balance. If your shot feels too warm or too cold, adjust the color temperature slightly. Don't know where to start? Just aim to make your footage look like real life. Add text if it helps. Add some music, but keep it quiet and only if it fits your tone, because music can be distracting sometimes. Just don't let it drown you out. You don't need fancy transitions or fancy effects. Just simple cuts, clean audio, and a steady rhythm. It's what keeps people watching. And the best part, the more you film with purpose, the less you have to edit. So here's the full recipe. Frame it right, light it well, use the right settings, keep your camera steady, capture clean sound, add depth behind you, talk to just one person, and edit with intention. You don't need a studio. You don't need a team. You just need your phone, a plan, and a little bit of practice. Now go shoot something great. Go tell your story. And if you found this helpful, stick around. I've got more videos coming to help you level up your content without spending a fortune or losing your weekends editing. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. I hope this was beneficial to you. See you next time.